Link, wake up. Link, the chosen one. I am Raru, one of the ancient sages. Ages ago, we ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the sacred realm. This is the Chamber of Sages, inside the Temple of Light. The Temple of Light, situated in the very center of the sacred realm, is the last stronghold against Ganondorf's evil forces. The Master Sword, the evil-destroying sword that you pulled out of the pedestal of time, was the final key to the sacred realm. Link, don't be alarmed. Look at yourself. Look, Link! You're big now! You've grown up! The Master Sword is a sacred blade which evil ones may never touch. Only one worthy of the title of Hero of Time can pull it from the pedestal of time. However, you were too young to be the Hero of Time. Therefore, your spirit was sealed here for 7 years. And now that you are old enough, the time has come for you to awaken as the Hero of Time. Well, do you understand your destiny? Yes, but remember, though you open the door of time in the name of peace, Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of the Thieves, used it to enter this forbidden sacred realm. He obtained the Triforce from the Temple of Light, and with its power, he became the King of Evil. His evil power radiated from the temples of Hyrule, and in 7 short years it transformed Hyrule into a world of monsters. My power now has only little influence, even in this sacred realm. Namely, this Chamber of Sages. But there is still hope. The power of the sages remains. When the power of all the sages is awakened, the sages' seals will contain all evil powers in the void of the realm. I, Raru, am one of the sages, and your power to fight together with the sages makes you the Hero of Time. The Hero of Time, chosen by the Master Sword. Keep my spirit with you, and find the power of the other sages and add their might to your own. You receive the Light Medallion. Raru the Sage adds his power to yours. Find the other sages and save Hyrule. Meanwhile, back at the Temple of Time, or not meanwhile, but I guess right now, it seems like we're back in the real world, for the most part. Link, we're back in the Temple of Time, but have 7 years really passed? It looks like you won't be able to use weapons you found as a kid anymore. Let's get out of here. I've been waiting for you, Hero of Time. When evil rules all, an awakening voice from Sacred Realm will call those destined to be sages who dwell in the 5 temples. One in the deep forest, one on a high mountain, one under a vast lake, one within the house of the dead, and one inside a goddess of the sand. Together with the hero of time, the awakened ones will bind the evil and return the light to the piece of wood to the world. This is the legend of the temples passed down by my people, the Sheikah. I am Sheik, survivor of the Sheikahs. As I see standing there holding the mythical Master Sword, you really do look like the legendary hero of time. If you believe the legend, you have no choice. You must look for the 5 temples and awaken the 5 sages. One sage is waiting for the time of awakening in the forest temple. The sage is a girl I am sure you know. Because of the evil powers in the temple, she cannot hear the awakening call from the sacred realm. Unfortunately, equipped as you currently are, you cannot even enter the temple. But if you believe what I am saying, you should head to Kakariko Village. Do you understand, Link? So yeah. And Sheik is just gonna stand there. So that's cool. So now, we are adult Link. So yeah, 7 years have passed, and there is a pretty hefty information dump, like, placed on us. So yeah, as adult Link, we're a little bit different, because we can now hold our shield with one hand, and shield like that. And also, since we're using the Master Sword instead of the Kokiri Sword, it does more damage. The best way I can explain this is, imagine if the Kokiri Sword regular attacks did 1, and their jump attack did 2. With the Master Sword, a regular attack does as much as a jump attack, Kokiri jump attack, which is 2, and then jump attack with the Master Sword does like 3. That's the best way I could explain it. So yeah, the Master Sword does more damage, which we will need for the upcoming dangers we have ahead of us. So yeah, anyway, I kind of didn't introduce myself. Hey guys, it's Chris Kringle here, back with some more Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time we finished the side quest with the Mask of Truth, and we entered the Sacred Realm. As you saw, I was talking with the sage right there, and we just kind of finished it off. So now, I don't know if we really believe what's going on. Have 7 years really passed? So yeah, we're not really so much an adult Link, but more teenager Link. Because young Link, age-wise, he was barely 9 years old, which is, I think, one of the youngest incarnations of Link. And 7 years have passed, so that means Link is 16. So he's not so much an adult, but he is older. But now that 7 years have passed, things in the market look way different and creepier. So yeah, right now everyone's just re-deads, which is just great, and so you don't want to come in eye contact with those. Alright, so anyway, we're just gonna head out here really quick. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really want to hang out in a village full of dead people. So yeah, things look quite a bit different now that it's 7 years old, 7 years passed, and Ganondorf has taken over pretty much. Because apparently nobody else was able to do anything. So yeah, but out in Hyrule Field, it looks pretty untouched though. So that's good. We don't really run any faster as adult Link, so we still kind of are left with rolling or walking backwards everywhere we go. So that's just great. But anyway, the only thing I really want to do with this episode, because it was kind of I don't really want to start anything big right now, we're going to do a little short side quest here. If you remember what we did earlier when we were young Link, we talked to, Malon and Talon here in the ranch. But now it's quite a bit different. If we go in here in the barn, we'll see that, where is this? Ah, yeah. Malon is right here, and she looks quite a bit older. She's about our age, I think. Oh, a visitor. It's been a very long time since we've had a visitor here. Where did you come from? Since Ganondorf came, people in the castle town have been gone, places have been ruined, and monsters are wandering everywhere. Mr. Ingo is just using the ranch to gain Ganondorf's favor. Everyone seems to be turning evil, But Dad, he was kicked out of the ranch by Mr. Ingo. If I disobey Mr. Ingo, he will treat the horses so badly. So there's nothing I can do. Man, that sucks. So yeah, Mr. Ingo took over this ranch from Talon. So that's just great. And if we go over here in the little area where the horses are, here he is right here, the man himself. There are some people in Kakariko spreading rumors that I cheated Talon out of the ranch. But don't be ridiculous. That guy Talon was weak. The hard-working Ingo poured so much energy into this place. I don't want any strangers like you saying anything bad about me. Listen, the great Ganondorf recognized my obvious talents and gave the ranch to me. I will raise a fine horse and win his recognition from the great Ganondorf. Say, young man, do you want to ride one of my fine horses? Pay me 10 rupees and you can ride. Sure. Do you want to hear how to ride? No, I can explain it just fine. Thank you very much. So yeah, and if you remember, we only have a minute to do this, but if you remember that one song that we learnt when we were here, which I need to remember again because I even forget. Up, left, right. That's Epona's song. And that brings Epona over to us. Epona remembers that song, so we can climb aboard. And yeah, so we just like move around obviously with the horse. To go fast, you press A, which uses up carrots, which is like your stamina. And they rebuild over time, but you don't want to use all of them. So this is kind of like a good way to like practice riding your horse. And you can, if you're going fast enough, you can jump over fences. Some more so than others, but... And like that. But I think if we talk to Ingo while on the horse... When you want to dismount, stop and press A. Hey, young man, do I know you? I just felt as though I've seen you somewhere before. If you use Z target, you can whatever. Are you ready to go home? I don't know. So I think I'm done for now. And then I'm going to pay him again to go in there again. Because I believe if I do this a second time, then something different will happen. So let's just quickly call Epona to us. Alright. So now let's climb aboard. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't really make much note on Link. Yeah, Link looks different. Yeah, because he's older. He has like some magically produced gauntlets and boots and like tights. Don't ask me. They didn't really explain how you got those, but you know, whatever. So anyway, if we speak to him. You're getting better. How about a little race with me? One lap around the coral with that horse. Let's make a little wager. Say 50 rupees. I think I'll do that. I have plenty to spare, so whatever. So yeah, this race is pretty easy. Although it can be a little bit annoying if you don't know. And I already slung up behind. So you usually want to try and save up a little bit near the beginning. And just want to stay in the inside. Like, you actually want to go a little bit faster from the beginning. So you can get a lead on him. And just kind of block him. So, but now that the race is almost over, you want to just go all in pretty much. And now I do. So yeah, that was pretty easy. And we beat him. Shoot! If the great Ganondorf finds out about this, the humiliation. Hey you, how about another race? If you win, you can keep the horse. Alright. So now this second race isn't much different. I think it might be... They might make it a little bit more challenging. But I'm not sure. So you want to like just kind of hang back a little bit and just wait. He'll hang around the inside a lot more than he did last time, so I just want to get in front of him and just block him. Yeah, he like doesn't run out of stamina really that easily, so I want to be kind of aware of that. And he's catching up to me, so... And we won. Both pretty easy races, so you shouldn't have to worry too much, really. What's up with that horse? Is that Epona? How did you tame that wild horse right under my nose? I was going to present that horse to the great Ganondorf, but I bet it on the race and lost. Shoot! As I promised, I'll give the horse to you. However, I'll never let you leave this ranch. And he just locks us in with a horse. But what he didn't account for, that Epona's a pretty good jumper, so if we get some good running distance, just gonna start here, I think, which should be good. And just gonna jump over. And yeah, there we go. We're free! No slavery anymore. So now we got Epona. This is a horse we can call to us anytime, and it can allow us to travel through Hyrule Field much faster, as you can see right here, so it's a pretty good way to travel. For now, at least. So yeah, but I think that'll be it for this episode. We did a decent amount. We figured out that Ganondorf's taken over, we turned into Adult Link, 7 years have passed, a bunch of crazy stuff happening, and we got Epona, who is now one of our dearest friends. Except for you, Navi, of course. You can never be replaced, Navi. Take that as you will. Next time, I think we'll be, Sheik said to head over to Kakariko Village because we need to start, like, to get supplies to enter that forest temple. See you guys then.